Some of this Canadian mom's fondest childhood memories are from here. We're calling her Sarah. She longs for her son to experience them too.
It's hard enjoying all the things that I enjoyed as a child that I think he would enjoy, and not being able to enjoy it as 3 generations would together as a family.
Over the past 6 years, Sarah and her father have been fighting to bring her adopted son from Pakistan to Canada, but Canada refuses to recognize her adoption. Sarah's asked us not to reveal her identity because she worries it could hurt her chances of finally bringing her son home.
I least expected that the actual roadblock was going to come from my own government.
The Fifth Estate obtained government documents to try to find out why. Canadians had been adopting from Pakistan for decades. Then, in 2013, with no warning, Canada halted adoptions from there. According to Canada, Pakistani law does not allow adoptions.
Take a look at 137, where they're talking about Sharia law.
The announcement was ushered in quietly. Canada had concluded that Sharia law doesn't allow adoptions. Therefore, no more adoptions from Pakistan. It doesn't end there. Lawyer Haida Amirzadeh represents families who have adopted from other Muslim countries and have been unable to bring their child to Canada. I'm just trying to make sense of why is the Canadian government in the business of interpreting Sharia law?
I would say it was politically motivated.
By who? For what
by the
purpose?
Previous government.
And what did they want?
To prevent people from a Muslim majority country to be adopted or to come to Canada.
Though the ban was ushered in under the Harper government, the current government has upheld the same policy for the last 3 years. Minister of Immigration Ahmed Hussein refused our request for an on-camera interview. Instead, his office sent us this statement saying, quote, "We've asked the department to initiate a review of this policy to determine a path forward to regularize adoptions from Pakistan." Meanwhile, if Sarah isn't successful in bringing her son to Canada, she knows she could be the second mother in her son's life who's had to abandon him. The Fifth Estate investigation found that adoption aren't just being blocked from Pakistan, but from many other Muslim countries, including Yemen, Morocco, Algeria, for similar reasons. The Canadian government telling the families that Sharia law doesn't allow adoptions.
But Habiba, I mean, what about Sarah's particular case, where everything seemed to be going okay until they weren't any longer? Is her case unique in that sense?
So we wanted to find out, and we requested documents from the government, memos and emails, internal emails that were sent at the time of this ban. What we learned is that according to the Canadian government's estimate at that time in 2013, when this ban came into place, there were 54 families who had already been approved for adoption from Pakistan, who were now going to be caught up in this. And this is just for the case in Pakistan.
Right. And so how are other Western countries dealing with this ban, particularly with Pakistan?
You know, Canada is kind of alone on this. You know, they had been doing adoptions from Pakistan for decades before this ban was announced. UK, US have all been doing adoptions and have raised no concern similar to what Canada has been saying for the last 5 years.
And so, I mean, very quickly, the government has said to you, there's a review underway.
Yes.
How long is that expected to take?
No idea. We asked for follow-up to say how long do they expect this to take and what will happen to the families who we spoke to in our investigation. We got no response, but we'll stay on that.
Habiba, thanks so much.
Thank you, Andrew.
And you can watch the full story online. Just head over to cbc.ca/